Welcome back to Loser Remote. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest with us. She is from the organization, the charity rather, Operation Christmas Child. Let's give it up for Sandy Del Grande.
Yeah.
How are you, Sandy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
What is Operation Christmas Child about?
Operation Christmas Child is a simple but powerful ministry where you take an ordinary shoebox and you fill it with gifts, and these shoe boxes are distributed all over the world to children in desperate situations, children who have HIV/AIDS, children who are in war-torn countries, children that live in poverty. And this shoebox might be the only gift they've ever received in their life. So you really can make a difference. Many of the children have said they couldn't believe that someone they didn't know on the other side of the world cared about them. And it's also our way to demonstrate God's love to the children in a tangible way.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful, it's a beautiful thing.
How do you get involved in this? This sounds very interesting.
I belong to Montclair Community Church, and it's a non-denominational Christian church. And when I started there, that's how I first came to know about Operation Christmas Child. Our youth pastor was the one who organized it, but then he was unable to do it, so I filled in for him. And our church believes in faith in action, not just hearing the word, but actually doing it, which is taking care of the poor and showing God's love.
I see. How could we multiply the success of this project?
I would say to your listeners, when you come and get a brochure, there are brochures that speak about Operation Christmas Child. Take more than one, because people really, when they hear about it, they really love the concept of it. It's a beautiful thing to be filling up a shoebox for a child. You pray for that child. You start to think about the joy on their face. But the way to multiply it, I would be, is tell your parents, tell your roommate, your sorority, your fraternity, your sports organization, and you would be amazed. I brought one into my dry cleaner, and she's doing it. And it's just like every additional box represents another child that will be touched.
Now, how many of these boxes were actually distributed last year?
Last year, they distributed 6.5 million boxes.
Oh my God!
To over 90 countries.
You said 90 countries?
90 countries.
That is terrific.
And their goal, this organization is called Samaritan's Purse, and it is run by Franklin Graham, who's the son of Dr. Billy Graham. But their goal this year is to collect 7 million shoe boxes.
That's great.
And so we're hoping William Patterson can help them reach that goal.
So do we. Now, what items do you put in these boxes? Is there anything specific?
Yeah, you can put toys in here like Beanie Babies, Slinkies, crayons, coloring books. Hygiene items are really important also, and they're really valued by the children. Soap, toothbrush, school supplies, things like that. And in this brochure, they give you a whole list of ideas of what to put in there, and they also tell you things that you shouldn't put in, like perishable items or breakable items.
Of course.
And there are labels that you will cut off and put on your shoebox and say whether it's for a boy or girl and the age of the child that the toys are geared to. And I tell you, you will be more blessed by this than even the children. And some of the children, when the boxes are delivered, they're just thinking they're getting empty shoe boxes and they're ecstatic. So when they open them and see the love and the prayers that you've poured into them, you'll both be greatly blessed, I'm sure.
Well, Sandy, we have a surprise for you.
Oh.
Yes. We really appreciate what you're doing. This is beautiful. So we actually decided to donate a couple of our own shoe boxes that we made on the show.
Oh,
and
thank you so much.
We would wheel them out right here.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All those are filled with everything you were just saying.
Thank you so
and
much.
you can add that to the delivery.
Can I just add one thing that's so important that I forgot to mention?
Go right ahead.
The missionaries will be putting the gospel of Jesus Christ in the native language of the child, the country that they're going to, will be put in every one of these boxes so that the children will not only be blessed with material gifts, but also in the spiritual realm, that they will have hope and peace for the future.
I see.
Thank you
That's
so
beautiful.
much.
Oh,
Thank
anytime,
you so much.
anytime. Sandy, ladies and gentlemen, Sandy.
Yay.
So make sure you enjoy those.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you can pick up the brochures. I have some here as well. You could pick up the brochures outside of Hober Hall, room 114. And if you're looking for shoe boxes to put some toys in for donation, we have plenty of extra ones. You could also pick them up at Hober 114. And you could make sure you drop these off. You could drop them off by November 18th. And for more information about Operation Christmas Child, you could visit the website, www.samaritanspurse.org. So.
Yeah.
Anytime. Sorry. We're going to take a little break, but don't go far because we'll be right back. I usually do that.